What's good, YouTube? This is the only big green YuGiOh, and I'm back again with another deck profile. And it's been a while. I think I looked at my algorithm the other day, and it's been like 400 plus days, which is insane. But yeah, I want to start hopefully making videos again, and hopefully I can make more videos. I have an insane amount of old formats, like almost every single. I have a deck for almost every single year in YuGiOh history up until like 2019. So if you ask for it, there's a chance I may have it. Anyways, I'm coming back with a bit of a banger. It's a deck that I've been asked for numerous of times before, Gladiator Beast, and this is specifically for Tele-Dad format. Starting off, triple Test Tiger. Test Tiger is definitely like the best card in the deck for sure. You can special summon it if you have a Gladiator Beast monster on the field, and then you contribute it to spin that Gladiator Beast monster back into the deck, and then special summon another Gladiator Beast monster. And this does count as being summoned off of a Gladiator Beast effect, so the Gladiator Beast monster you summon will gain its effect. Starting on to the actual Glad Beast monsters, double Laquari. Laquari's effect is whenever it's special summoned off of a Gladiator Beast monster, it becomes 2100 attack. Also, one thing that I'm going to say now so I don't have to repeat it again, every Gladiator Beast monster in the deck except for one has the effect of whenever it battles, you can shuffle it back into the deck at the end of the battle phase. Double Bestiari. Bestiari's effect is you can target a spell or trap card on the field and then destroy it. Double Hoplamos. Hoplamos becomes 2400 defense, and that's just pretty big defense, especially like going into it on turn 1 or turn 2 when you're trying to snowball and get the deck going. Double Darius. It's Monster Reborn for the deck. Unfortunately, the monster you bring back's effect is negated, and it shuffles back at the end phase. So, normally you want to bring back something like a Laquari or a BCR, so you can go into like a free Geyserus. One, a quest. A quest is a lot like Darius, but instead of special summoning the monster, it adds it to the hand from the grave. One, Murmello. Murmello is a monster destruction, and it does target, unfortunately. And then the most insane card ever, if it had, how I mentioned, one Gladiator Beast monster doesn't have the effect to shuffle itself back in. This, unfortunately, is the one. And this has the most broken effect out of all of the Gladiator Beast monsters, where you can special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck, which is absolutely crazy, but it has like such weak stats. It can't shuffle itself back in, so it's basically a brick unless if you've got Test Tiger. The non-Gladiator Beast monster, starting off the one of Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper obviously gets to rip cards out of the hand if the opponent is lacking, and then very hard to deal with, basically impossible to kill, or is impossible to kill by battle. One of the only ways to really get rid of it in this format is like targeting it or like a Dark Armed. One Sangin, which is absolutely insane. The God Play is tributing off your Sangin with the Crush Card virus, and obviously Sangin, classic YuGiOh card. Search your deck for a 1500 attack point or less monster whenever it's sent from field to grave. Double DD Crow is extremely good in this format. If you're not main decking the card, you should definitely be siding it. Just deals with all the maliciouses, deals with all the zombie decks running around, deals with the Light Sworns. Just overall an insane card. One Breaker. Obviously, whenever it's summoned, get that token and then remove the token to pop a card, or you could just use them as a 19k beat stick with the token. Onto the spell cards. One of Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn and a Glad Beast in hand typically means like a free fusion. Like if you have Bestiari in the grave, Reborn Bestiari, summon the Glad Beast monster, free Geyserus, or if Bestiari is the one in your hand, normal Bestiari, Reborn back the Glad Beast monster, free Geyserus. Also, like you can grab the opponent's tuners and just make synchro monsters. Double Book of Moon. Speaking of tuners, it's a good way of dealing with tuners. Wait for the opponent to banish their Mali summoning, and then whenever they normal summon Krebons or they E-Tele Krebons, you can book the Krebons and immediately like stunt their turn, unless if they have like a second E-Tele. One of Smashing Ground, just good for clearing the board of monsters, and it also helps like if you have a Murmello in hand, like one of the bricks, you can Smashing Ground and then swing in directly with the Murmello. One Brain Control. Again, kind of like with this, take a monster and then swing in with the Murmello, helps the unbricking of the hands. Also, you can take tuners, sink away with it, or something like Stardust that's really hard to deal with this deck once it hits the board. You can take Stardusts and then push for OTKs. On to Spell Trap removal. MST, Heavy Storm. Final spell card in the deck, Cold Wave. Cold Wave plus Geyserus is another god combo in this deck. Just being able to stop your opponent from activating Spell Trap cards. They have to Solemn Judgment this. Like, if they don't Solemn Judgment this, you're getting 2 pops or even potentially 3 pops that turn, depending on, like, how your setup is. So they have to Solemn Judgment this. If they don't Solemn Judgment this, you're at least popping 2 cards in the turn you're doing this, and maybe even OTKing them, which obviously the pops won't matter at that point. Triple War Chariot. War Chariot is a monster negate whenever you control a Gladiator Beast monster. You could probably get away with 2, but I really do like 3 of this card in this deck. And speaking of Judgment, Triple Solemn Judgment, mandatory, you've got to play 3. There's no way around it. There's way too many 1-card stuff in this game, like Crush Card, Royal Oppression, Dark Arm Dragon. There's way too many stuff that can blow you out in this game. Like, you have to play this card. Double D Prison. This is for Stardust Dragon, because Stardust Dragon just sucks to deal with. 1 TT. TT, just, again, another crazy board wipe. Double Bottomless Trap Hole. And then for the final 2 traps, 1 Trap Dust Shoot, and then the Crush Card Virus. Again, the God combo in this deck is crushing away the Sangan. It's just way, way, way too strong. Obviously, this Crush Card is the eroded version, but in this format, Crush Card was not eroded yet. We're playing with the big boy version that board wipes, that lets you steal stuff out of, or get rid of stuff out of the opponent's hand, and then you get to look at the top 3 cards, or their next 3 draws. So we're playing with the big boy Crush Card, not the trashy one that we have today. Onto the extra deck, Triple Geyserus. Geyserus, definitely the best monster in the extra deck. Get to pop 2 cards when it comes out. Also, you can shuffle it back to special summon out 2 Glad Beast monsters. Double Heraclinos, another card that you could get away with playing 1, but I do really like 2. Don't play 3, though. 3 is definitely way too many. Heraclinos, you can pitch a card from your hand to stop a spell or trap card activation. And then another good thing about this is it's 3k attack, so this is a good way of dealing with Stardust. Onto the Synchros, which doesn't really matter because you don't play tuners. But 1 Magical Android. This is mainly for like Monster Reborn and Book of Moon plays. Double YuGiOh Guardian. You could probably, if you're cutting down on the Heraclinos, you could definitely play a 3rd YuGiOh. 1 Black Rose, an insane board wipe. Double Stardust Dragon, definitely the best synchro of the format. Double Red Dragon Archfiend, you could probably go and play only 1 of this if you would like to as well. And then for the 1-of synchros, Colossal Fighter because of like the warriors in this format, and then Archfiend. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and again, hopefully I can get some free time on my hands and do even more deck profiles for you. This has been the Only Big Green YuGiOh, and I'm signing out.